All right, man. So we have a new segment just came to mind. Gonna call this Goat Talk. We're only gonna talk about goats on this the next 5 to 10 minutes. So first one, J.Cole dropped a single last week. Album drops this Friday, and then also just signed a contract to play in an African basketball league. So your thoughts on all of this? Because motherfucker is like a Renaissance man. Like your thoughts on all of this? This motherfucker went from like no one hearing from him for like 2 years to like I'm gonna drop an album. I'm gonna play basketball. I'm gonna love my life. Like it's just phenomenal to me. So like I want to hear your thoughts on it.
I think it's dope. I have always been a huge fan of J. Cole since college. I think he's playing for like Rwanda or some shit, right?
Yeah, so Rwanda basketball.
I didn't even know there was a league out there.
So I think it's like its inaugural season.
Got it. In terms of the music, super excited. I get fearful when these artists disappear for a long time and release projects because I'm like, this is the last time I'm going to hear from you for another 4 years or whatever. Right, shit doesn't slap or impact me, then I'm going to be extra disappointed. It's not like, fucking Young Thug or some shit when you get a song like every other week. So that's the only kind of hesitation I have in terms of being too excited. Generally, like I feel like he doesn't really miss, so I'm not that pessimistic about it. I just hope it's not like some super cookie cutter, like preachy BLM kind of pandering type collection of work that is just gonna appease the woke people like for 15 songs straight or some shit. Not that I don't think it's important, I just don't like need him to be the hey look at me, I'm woke and all these mumble rappers aren't talking about shit and then disappear again. Like, I don't need that.
So what about your thoughts on him even doing the basketball thing though?
I mean, I think that's fire. Like if you've achieved so much in your like main career and you have the time and resources to do that, and I think that was like one of his original passions, right? Or like
I think he tried to play basketball when he went to school in New York.
I think it's fire too because it also like encourages people to realize you don't always have to be involved in like the best league or work for the best company or whatever to pursue your passions. You can kind of compromise and still be involved in it without necessarily having that status factor be part of it. Because I know a lot of people, like every basketball player who loves it, like up and coming one, wants to be part of the NBA, but they're not necessarily thinking, oh, I want to play in Australia or fucking
or Europe,
the Philippines or something. Same thing with music. Like everyone wants to be signed to Atlantic and this and that, but most of them aren't like, yo, you can fucking distribute your music yourself if you really want to. So I think that's like a good, I guess, example that he's setting.
Yeah, dude, that's how I took it, bro. Because I've been in a couple group chats. They're like, really? Like, you go to fucking Rwanda, bro? Like, what are you doing? One of my boys said, because J. Cole has that song, like, Let Nas Down. And he's like, yo, he just fucking let Nas down again. I'm like, bro, what? This is like fucking like inspiring, bro. Like, I think, like, yo, first of all, the album's going to be, even if it's like you said, it's pandering or black, like even whatever topic, there's like an overall topic, it's going to be very well thought out, right? So we're not getting bullshit, right? Maybe like we don't agree with it. We're not trying to hear that shit right now, but we're not going to get bullshit. It's going to be quality, right? Yeah. And then I hope, because I've seen these clips like floating around the internet, especially on his page, of like him like almost being interviewed by 21 Savage, which is gonna just fucking dope. First of all, they have like that kind of relationship. But and he's like explaining his process of like why he wanted to give basketball a chance again. So yeah, so one of my first loves, and I stopped doing it because I was like, making music, and like I realized if you want to be good at anything, you have to do it over and over and over and over and over again, right? And then I feel like I see these comments like, yo, like, come on, bro, why are you going to Rwanda? Like, and I feel like the thing with sports, especially basketball, bro, especially for kids like who come from like the inner cities, like we all played basketball growing up. So in our mind, we think we can do that. So when we see someone like doing it, but not at the highest level, which obviously Rwanda basketball isn't the highest level, we're so dismissive of like, bro, but it's that bullshit league. Like, What are
Yeah.
you doing, right? Go to play for the Knicks or some shit, then I'll give you credit, right?
Right.
But like you were saying, bro, like I feel like this is like inspiration. Like, bro, like this is my passion. Like I'm gonna try my very best. It's a pro fucking league. If I can help them get publicity in the meantime, good for them. But like, bro, I want to take this serious, bro. First of all, I'm sure living in Rwanda during a pandemic isn't the best situation. You know what I mean? So like he's like putting himself in like a not luxurious situation compared to America or fucking wherever the fuck he lives, here to pursue his dreams. And I feel like that has to be respected. And just because he's not opening like a fucking fashion label or some shit, it's still, someone trying to, perfect another craft that they love. You know what I mean? Again, like you said, like, it doesn't have to be at the highest level, but dude, you have to fucking start at some point. You know what I mean? Right. And like, you got to respect the fucking idea. Like, I don't want to be boxed in as like, I'm a rapper and all I'm going to do is fucking rap. And if I'm not rapping, then I have to be a protester and all this shit. Like, bro, I'm not that.
Right. No, absolutely. And I feel like people have this weird, I don't know, I think fans are just really hypocritical. Like one day we want our artists to flex and only do the best shit, but then the next day we want them to humble themselves and, not be so great, quote unquote. Like for instance, I think there was a news article that came out last year or some shit, maybe the year before, where Kendrick bought his like niece a brand new Toyota or something.
Right. It's like, why only buy her Camry? He could easily buy her like, Lamborghini. Damn. I'm like, the fuck?
Like, why not get her a Lambo? And it's like, first of all, can this bitch afford the car payments? Like, if there are any payments after, but can she afford the maintenance? Like, this shit might break down every other day because it's not as reliable as, say, a Toyota or Honda or whatever. And the gesture itself, like, it's a nice, new, reliable car, and people are so concerned about the status symbol and the brand.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's what people are doing with the whole Rwanda League. And in my mind, I was like, I mean, I'm not like super into the leagues of the NBA or anything, but in my mind, I was like, oh, that's dope. He's clearly doing this for the passion and not because he wants clout, just to say he plays for the Knicks or some shit. Like,
exactly.
He wants to play at a higher level, and that's really all it is. And people seem to only be obsessed with the most recognizable, clout-worthy thing that they can show off to the public with. Like, oh, I play for the NBA, not that little ass league over in Jamaica or some shit.
Right. Yeah. It's like, I went to college. Which college though? And it's like, motherfucker, you don't even have a high school degree. Like, why are you grilling me about this shit? You know what I mean? Like,
right. Exactly.
But yeah, shout out to him. I'm definitely excited for the album though, man. I feel like it's gonna be, I don't know, like it's the way the interviews played out. You can tell that over these last 2 years, like music and basketball have been like at the forefront of his passion. And I feel like that's all he's been thinking about. So like, I can't see him putting out a piece of music that we're not going to be content with to some capacity. You know what I mean? And I feel like he might even like go deeper into the BLM stuff, but like from the point of view, like why he wasn't that active. You know what I mean? Like, like, cause I feel like, I don't know, was this, he has to talk a song like Snowflake or some shit or Snow.
Oh, people were like clowning him for not being vocal or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, I feel like I low-key want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like I want to like, just from his point of view, he's like, cause I want to hear the comeback. You know what I mean? Like, again, I agree with anyone who doesn't want to protest and like, you know, go about change in a different way. Like, you know what I mean? So I would love to hear his point of view on it. Maybe a couple of songs just like, yo, why I wasn't out there, or like, hey, this is where the fuck my mind was at. Like, I could do way more stuff with Jay-Z behind the scenes, right? Like, I don't fucking see people getting mad at Jay-Z for not having a fucking, poster out there, because my man doing work to help people. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it must be such a burden. And I'm sure if he addresses it, he'll say similar things to what you just said of like, yo, do I have to promote or broadcast every single fucking charity and thing I do? Because like when people do that, again, it's like this fan hypocrisy. When people do that, it's like, oh, you're doing this for show, for your image and shit. And then when you don't talk about it, people are like, yo, you're not supporting this. You're just, fucking sitting on a yacht, fucking bitches, and not protesting out with us. And it's like, yo, like, where's the balance?
100%. I think back to like 2 years ago or 3 years ago when like Drake dropped God's Plan, right? Like the video is just him, instead of spending the $1 million budget for the video, just going around and helping people and like filming it, right? And then at the end of the video, he challenged everyone to go do the same thing and post it. So literally, he got millions of people to go do a nice thing, But because they posted, they're like, oh, you're clout chasing. You just want Drake to repost you. I'm like, bro, even if that is the case, millions of other people just got helped because of this shit. Like, I don't understand. Like, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I think we know the past 365 days has been super dry in terms of music.
Dry.
I'm hoping it's like a kind of like a damn Kendrick album where we can listen to this for 4 or 5 years and still think it's dope.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Again, probably no features or whatever. I know the motherfucker loves making his own beats, but yeah, I'm excited, bro. Hopefully it's just a different sound and it's just something to keep us, steady while he's, fucking taking over basketball, hopefully.